Well, many thanks for choosing us on Citi TV. It's the Premier League preview show here, and a good time to get into the Manchester City game. They will play against a very good opponent, though. They are playing Everton. It's a relegation fight for Everton, though, but they've been quite good. Let's look at the stats of that game. And for Man City, they are top of the league at the moment. They have a 1-point advantage over Arsenal and also a game in hand. So City position, we have City winning 26 matches so far. They've drawn 4 and lost 4. They have a goal difference of plus 58. For Everton, they are 17th, meaning that they are relegation threatened. They've won 7 games all season. They've drawn 11 with 17 defeats, a goal difference of minus 21. So that's the stats of the Man City and Everton game, though. Guys, City could be distracted by the fact that they have that Champions League game against Real Madrid. It's 1-1 in that tie. So it's Champions League in between a league matches for them.
Yeah.
Could this distraction be their downfall in this Premier League title race?
It could. It very well could. I doubt it would, but it definitely could, because they are going to put all their mental, efforts towards that Real Madrid game. I saw a picture somebody took of the City dressing room, and it was there in a banner in the dressing room somewhere. That
Champions
League.
They want the Champions League.
They want it so badly. So that it could hamper them when it comes to it. But if you look at the fact that this is not the first time they have been in this position. Last year they were in a similar position. They were in the semi-final of the Champions League. They had to battle for the league as well. Also a very titanic battle with Liverpool at that time. And they were able to navigate their way through the league. It didn't go so well in the Champions League because of that 5 minutes capitulation at the Bernabeu. So you can juxtapose this, almost the same scenario. And also last year they also faced Everton around this point in the season. And I remember they just won by a lone goal. There was this controversy about a Rodri handball that didn't happen.
They've actually struggled against Everton. Because I think
away.
They drew when Everton came to Etihad earlier this season. Everton got a 1-1 draw.
They played 1-1.
The Goodison Park is always a very difficult ground.
It is. But I just have a sneaky feeling that Man City will get it done, because last week we saw them rotating the pack. We saw the likes of Alvarez coming in. We saw the likes of Laporte playing. They rested some of their key players with the view towards the game at the Bernabeu, and it did work out for them. They should have been about 3-4-0 up, and then they kind of lost focus, and they allowed Leeds to get a goal back when it was still 2-0, and it made the ending a bit nervy. But if you look at the whole game as a whole, Man City, they kind of breezed through that game. And Leeds they are also a relegation threatened side, but they're able to, scale that hurdle quite successfully. But coming to Everton, they have shown that they're still alive in that relegation battle. At the point in time, they looked like they were going to go down. We didn't see where they were going to grab the bull by the horn and kind of put a string of games together to boost their chances. But we have seen them doing that. Who thought they would go to Brighton and go and lash them 5-1? I mean, it was fun. It was 3-0 at halftime. It could have been 4-0 at halftime. And it was a very good performance. And they'll be looking to play the same way against Man City, because the Brighton game, they didn't look to be too expansive. They kind of just looked at play on the counter. They had a purpose of how to play and how to attack when they had the ball. Now, Man City won't be as tactically naive, I believe, as Brighton were in that game, because they kept on hitting Brighton the same way, and De Zerbi didn't make any tactical changes to kind of quell that. The runs by McNeil and also by Doucouré, they just kept on hammering.
Doucouré had a very good game
against Brighton. Exactly. And De Zerbi didn't put any measures in place to kind of keep that. I don't think Guardiola will sit down and watch that happen to his team time and time again without pulling certain strings. So that's the difference that I see that could happen. Everton they're high on form, high on confidence coming to this game. They're in danger of losing, because Everton are one of the teams that have never been relegated, and they are very they are on the brink. It's very possible that it can happen. So coupled with the fact that they're putting some things in place, it could be
Are they favourites to win this one? For Man City?
Man City are definitely favourites.
City still the favourite, despite the distraction of the Champions League.
City the favourites, because even their bench
they
players,
were definitely going to be favourites.
Irrespective of they having that.
We're just saying that the game is a bit more tricky than it looks on paper.
Yeah, because even without their players, Mahrez is a very good player. He barely has a looking of late. Phil Foden is still there. He barely has a looking of late. Alvarez, World Cup winner, playing the World Cup final, barely has a look in. All these guys will be coming straight into the team. You have Laporte and Co. Also, I don't know about the status of Nathan Aki, whether he can come in. So they have a lot of pieces they can play with. I'm not sure we'll see the young fellow, what's his name? Rico Lewis. I'm not sure we'll see him because of the venue of the game. But you will see other experienced players coming in, and they have the know-how. Mahrez has played in numerous Champions League knockout stages, semi-finals and stuff. World Cup winners are in there, so they have players who have the mental, acumen to kind of scale this one. So they are still the favorites, although it's a bit of a pickle for them. But
City to win,
definitely.
Well, I'm sure Sean Dyche will look at this game and be like, this will be a good time to take points off Manchester City. But so let's look at the scoring depth for Man City. Antonio highlighted players who are not getting enough playing time but are still top there. You look at Man City there. Are we making a big deal out of this Champions League distraction?
Of course not. I think it would be different if they had won the Champions League before. Yeah. They had been there, done that. But to go to the final, lose your first final, get to the semi-final, lose again and if you had been honest, they shouldn't have lost that semi-final. They were clearly the better team. Yeah. But somehow, some way,
against Madrid.
And so I think the fact that you are going back to the same team the next year, it's almost like you've been given a shot at redemption. And a lot of players who were there last year are still there. So it's like in their heads, they're like, okay, we didn't get it right last year, but this year we can get it right. And I think that that's a big motivation for a lot of the players. And for me, I just believe that result of during the week just makes everything that bit more dangerous. Because there's a lot more. Because look at Dwight McNeil. I think he's hitting form at the right time. Yeah. He's scoring. I think that was his first goal away from home. Something, they are picking up from, they are scoring goals. Doucouré is back. He's scoring. Calvert-Lewin is back.
And when you watch them play now, they are enjoying their football under Sean Dyche.
Because we saw them, they really struggled. But as the confidence is picking up, that's why it seems like the perfect storm. Look, it could happen and City go 3-0 up in 25 minutes. It's very possible because we know the team they are. But when we look at everything, this might be the one time that Sean Dyche might come. Everything is going. The players have confidence. We've seen them kind of picking up. They win this game and they secure their Premier League survival. And it's be a great moment because we've seen the turmoil that this club is going through. So I just feel that because of the kind of split mind that Man City are going into the game with, it's like if they were just in the league and that's the only thing they have to focus on, you would back Man City all day, every day. You won't even think that, Everton have a chance. But the fact that we know that the bigger picture dictates that the Champions League is the priority is why you think that Everton have a chance, because Everton have gone from having a 0.01% chance in my book if Man City were fully focused to having more of a 2% chance. It's not a big chance, but there's still more of a chance. And once you have 1% chance, 99% faith. So I think Everton should go all out, try and win the game, play to their tactical plan, because their Premier League survival is in question. Sure. I know that there's teams below them, and those teams look very unlikely to win points. But if Leeds or Leicester gets a big win at some point in the season, you don't pick up any more points, you are also going down. Yeah. So there's a lot of incentive, because even 1 point is huge for them. And even that 1 point means that now, okay, Man City are 2 points ahead. Arsenal win. Now Arsenal are 1 point ahead, albeit with City having a game in hand. Now you are in charge of the league again. So every team, there's a lot to play for. So sure. I think we should watch this match very keenly.
Sure. So another huge weekend of Premier League action for you. Manchester City travelling to the Goodison Park to face Everton, and then Arsenal taking on Brighton at the Emirates Stadium. So we'll see how things will pan out. But let's move on the conversation now to the man Erling Haaland. He's been voted as the Footballers Association or Footballers Writers Association Player of the Season. He had 82% vote ahead of Bukayo Saka and also Martin Odegaard. Now, good time to get into the debate here.